Hi, my name is Tolu Eros, aka Chef Eros, and this is my Spice Ask. My name is Tolu Eros. I'm the founder and executive chef of Cookie Jar and the chef ambassador for Mile, Nigeria. I started Cookie Jar in February of 2012, and my inspiration came from a series of dreams that I had in 2011 and my love for the best tasting cookies I could ever lay my hands on. Hi guys, my name is Chef Eros, and these are my 10 tips for making the perfect cake for a small dinner party. Tip 1. Your choice of ingredients is key, and I don't say this lightly. It's very important that when you go out to shop for the ingredients you need for your cake, you choose carefully and you read the label very carefully. Now, it's very important that you look through and make sure that what is specified in the ingredient list on the recipe is what you buy. As little as unsalted butter used instead of salted butter would affect the final outcome. Tip 2. Preservation is important. It's very important that you keep your ingredients in the right location when you pick them up and take them home. If you're not about to bake as soon as you bring them home, you keep the things you buy from the fridge in the fridge and the things you buy from the store in your shelves. Tip number 3 is to measure out all your ingredients before you start. If you're not a pro like me, it's important that you weigh out all your ingredients just before you start. Weighing your ingredients when you start can affect your process and make things messy. It's also important that you check what you're using to weigh. If you're weighing flour, you put it on a scale. If you're measuring milk, you want to use a jug so that you can get the exact weight, and you want to do this as precisely as possible. Tip number 4, when baking, all your ingredients need to be at room temperature. If you put in cold milk into your mix while you're making your cake, it would make your butter curdle. And if your butter is too soft or melted when you're mixing, you don't allow your sugar act on the butter and you don't get the result you want. So it's important that you are at room temperature, not too hot or not too cold, just right in the middle. Tip number 5, know the type of cake you want to make. It's very important that you know the exact type of cake you want to make, as there are so many different types of cakes that require different procedures. Types of cakes, like the chiffon cakes and the sponge cakes, get their signature foamy texture from whipping eggs or eggs yolk until they become voluminous and they incorporate all the other ingredients like you would with a normal cake. Tip number 8, monitor and inspect. Whilst your cake is in the oven, it's important that you keep an eye on it and don't wander out, because anything can happen. So you want to keep your eye out so you see what happened at a certain time and you can make changes if need be. It's important that you inspect your bake, and you don't do that too early. So you want to start checking if your cake is done towards the end of your baking time, and you want to do that only when your cake has set. So give your oven a very little shake, and if it's not wobbly in the middle, it's time to start checking if your cake is done. Tip number 9. Handle with care. At this point, your cake is almost ready. So you want to be very careful here. You don't want to ruin all that hard work you've done. So you want to handle with care. You take it out of the oven with care. You put it on a rack to cool down with care in the tin. Don't take it out right after you've brought it out of the oven. So leave it in the tin to cool for about 5 to 10 minutes before you remove it from the tin, and then you let it cool completely on a rack until it is completely cool. Tip number 10. Very important you pay attention to this one. It's important that you lock your doors, your fridges, and even your windows until your guest arrives, because you will have human pests. But now, it's time for me to enjoy my cake. My name is Chef Eros, and these are my 10 tips for making the perfect cake for a small dinner party. Enjoy.